Hello everyone, this is session 9 of chapter Light Reflection and Refraction. In this session we will learn about refraction by spherical lenses. Now first come to some basic definitions. Lens: a transparent material bound by two surfaces of which one or both surfaces are spherical forms a lens. This means that a lens is bound by at least one spherical surface. In such case lenses, the other surface would be a plane surface. Now different type of spherical lenses are as follows. First, plano-convex lens, in which one of the surface is curved outward and other surface is plane. This is plano-concave, in this one of the surface is curved inward and other surface is plane. This is biconvex lens. In this both the surfaces are curved outward, it is bulged in middle. This is a biconcave lens in which both the surfaces are curved inward, and this is meniscus lens in which one of the surface is curved inward and other surface is curved outward. Now convex lens. A lens which has two spherical surfaces bulging outward is called a double convex lens, or simply we call it convex lens. It is thicker at middle as compared to the edges. Now concave lens. A lens which has two spherical surfaces curved inward is called the double concave lens, or simply it is called concave lens. It is thicker at the edges than at the middle. Our next heading is center of curvature of the lenses. We all know that spherical lens has two spherical surfaces. The center of spheres of which spherical surfaces of a lens form a part are called centers of curvature of the lens. The center of curvature of a lens is usually represented by the letter C. Since there are two centers of curvature, they may be represented as C1 and C2. Now radii of curvature of the lens. Similarly, the radii of spheres of which spherical surfaces of a lens forms a part are called radii of curvature of the lens. The radii of curvature of a lens is usually represented by the letter R. Since there are two centers of curvature, we may represent them as R1 and R2. Generally, the lens which we are studying have same value of R1 and R2. Now the principal axis. An imaginary straight line passing through the two centers of curvature of a lens is called the principal axis. Now observe these two pictures. Now here, this region which is shaded is enclosed between two spherical surfaces which are part of a imaginary spheres. The centers of these imaginary spheres is called the center of curvature, and the radius of these imaginary spheres is called the radius of curvature. And this shaded area is a convex lens, and this center point of the lens is called the optical center, and the line joining these two centers of curvature is called the principal axis. Similarly, here we can see that this shaded region is enclosed between two spherical surfaces which are part of a imaginary spheres, and similarly the line joining the center of curvature of these two spheres is called the principal axis. The center of the lens is called the optical center, and the radius of these imaginary spheres is called the radius of curvature. Optical center. The central point of a lens is optical center. It is usually denoted by letter O. A ray of light passing through optical center of a lens passes without suffering any deviation. Now observe these pictures. This is the lens, convex lens. It is bulged outward. This line joining C1 and C2 is the principal axis. This is the radius of curvature, and this is the optical center, the center middle of the lens. Similarly, it is a concave lens in which the surfaces are curved inward. Line joining C1 and C2 is the principal axis. This is the radius of curvature, and middle point of the lens is the optical center. In our course, we are studying the thin lenses with small aperture. We know the effective diameter of the circular outline of a spherical lens is called aperture, and lenses whose aperture is much less than its radius of curvature are called the thin lenses with small aperture, as was the case in the spherical mirror. Now next heading is principal focus of a convex lens. A ray incident parallel to the principal axis after reflection from the convex lens passes through an imaginary point on the principal axis. This point is called focus of the convex lens. Now, principal focus of the concave lens. The ray incident parallel to the principal axis after reflection from the concave lens appears to be diverging from an imaginary point on the principal axis. This point is called principal focus of the concave mirror lens. Now, focal length. A lens has two principal foci. They are represented by f1 and f2, and the distance between the principal focus and the optical center of the lens is called its focal length, which is denoted by the letter f. And for mirrors of lenses of small aperture, the focal length is half of radius of curvature. Convex lenses are converging in nature because the parallel beam of light that falls on the convex lens parallel to its principal axis after refraction from the lens converges at the focus of the convex lens. Hence, convex lenses are called converging in nature, and they are used to concentrate the sunlight at a point. Contradictory concave lenses are diverging in nature because the parallel beam of light that falls on the concave lens parallel to its principal axis after refraction from the lens appears to be diverging from its focus. Hence, a concave lens diverges the parallel beam of light falling on it. Now we can summarize the difference between convex and concave lens as follows. Convex lens, spherical surfaces are bulging outward. Replace outward with inward, we will get a point of concave lens. Spherical surfaces are curved inward. It is thicker at the middle as compared to the edges. Here it is thicker at the edges than at the middle. Focal length is positive. Here focal length is negative because focal length in convex lens is in right side and distance measured in right side are positive. And here the principal focus is in left side and the distance measured in left sides are negative. It is converging nature as we have discussed earlier, and it is diverging nature as we have discussed earlier. Now next heading is power of lens. The ability of lens to converge or diverge light rays depends on its focal length. Short focal length causes higher divergence or convergence than the one with longer focal length. The degree of convergence or divergence of light rays achieved by a lens is expressed in terms of its power. The power of lens is defined as the reciprocal of its focal length in meter. It is represented by the letter P, capital letter P, and the power P of lens of focal length f is given by P is equal to 1 upon f if f is in meter, or 100 upon f if f is in centimeter. The SI unit of power of lens is diopter. It is denoted by the letter D. 1 diopter is the power of lens whose focal length is 1 meter. That is, 1 diopter is equal to 1 per meter. The power of convex lens is positive as their focal length is positive, and the power of concave lenses are negative as their focal length is negative. Rule 1. The ray incident parallel to the principal axis of a convex lens or a concave lens after reflection passes through the focus on the other side of the lens, and in case of concave lens appears to be diverging from the focus on the same side of the lens. Rule 2. A ray of light passing through the optical centers of a lens after refraction will emerge without any deviation. And third rule is, in case of convex lens, a ray passing through focus on the same side of the lens, and in case of concave lens, a ray directed towards the focus on the other side of the lens after refraction goes parallel to the principal axis. This ray is coming from the focus on the same side of the lens, hence after reflection become parallel to the principal axis, and this ray is directed towards the focus on the other side of the lens, hence after refraction become parallel to the principal axis. But for image formation we avoid this rule and use rule number 1 and rule number 2. Now we will do the image formation by the convex lens. The first case is when the object is at a infinite distance from the lens. First of all, we will make the principal axis. Use the 70 डिग्री ऊपर से 70 डिग्री नीचे, जैसे हमने मिरर बनाए थे वैसे ही हमें बनाना है। यहाँ पर भी एक बार डी ऐसे रखा, दूसरी बार डी को ऐसे रखेंगे रिवर्स ऑर्डर में और धीरे धीरे पीछे लाएंगे। 70 डिग्री की टिप यहाँ पे हो गई मैच, ज्वाइन करें। दिस इज द कॉन्वेक्स लेंस। इन दोनों पॉइंट को ज्वाइन करेंगे डॉटेड लाइन से। दिस पॉइंट इज कॉल्ड द ऑप्टिकल सेंटर, दिस पॉइंट। नाउ डिस्टेंस इज मेजर्ड फ्रॉम पॉइंट O। 5 यहाँ पे डॉट करेंगे, 0 पर C, 2.5 पर F, अगेन 7.5 पर F और 10 पर this. For this means here radius of curvature is 5 cm and focal length is 2.5 cm, and we should remember that F should be midpoint of O and C. But in case of lens we don't write C, we write 2F, F, F and 2F. C is written as 2F because we know that for thin lenses focal length is half of radius of curvature. Okay, now this is F2, F2, F1 and F1. This is F1 because this is the principal focus of the convex lens. Now object is at infinite, so place the object like this. Or only two types of rays are taken. First, parallel to the principal axis, and second, passing through the optical center. Now since rays are coming from infinite, hence these section will be dotted and this is continuous. और इस लाइन तक आएंगी रेस, इस लाइन तक। Similarly यहाँ पर भी dotted rays and then continuous. These are the incident rays. And rays which are incident parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes through the focus of the lens. So these reflected rays meet at point F1. Since the light rays actually meet, hence the image formed is real. We can see that image is highly diminished, portion is at focus. Okay, and this ray diagram also shows the converging nature of convex lens. Now case 2. Case 2. When object comes nearer to the convex lens. Now this case is called when object is placed beyond 2F2 or C2. First of all, draw principal axis and then put D like this, 70 degree below to 70 degree above. And similarly reverse order करेंगे। 90 डिग्री की लाइन प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस पर ओवरलैप होनी चाहिए। इन दोनों पॉइंट को ज्वाइन करेंगे हम। दिस इज द ऑप्टिकल सेंटर। ऑप्टिकल सेंटर में 5 होगा। नाउ 0 पर C2, 2.5 पर F2, now 7.5 पर 2F2 and this is 2F2. The total length is 10 cm. This is the 5 cm. 0, 2.5, 5, 7.5 and then 10. Okay. Now object is beyond the C2 और ऑब्जेक्ट हमेशा इन दो लाइन के बीच में बनेगा। फर्स्ट रे will be taken parallel to the principal axis, which after reflection passes through the focus of the lens. And second ray is that which is passing through optical center and it will emerge out without any deviation. So these two rays meet at this point. So image is formed at this point. Since light rays actually meet, hence image formed is real. We can see that image is diminished in size. It is found between F2 and 2F2. Okay, and it is inverted. So this is our object AB, and this is the image of the object A dash B dash. This is optical center O. This is F2. This is 2F2. This is F1, and this is 2F1. I have written F1 here because this is a principal focus. The rays after reflection passes through imaginary point on the principal axis, and that point is called the principal focus. Okay, now case number 3. Case number 3. Now object is on C2, and when object is on C2, the image is formed on C1. The nature of convex lens is like the nature of concave mirror, so the image formation in concave mirror and convex lens are similar. Number 5 I am O per accurate 5. Now this is 2.5, 5, 7.5 and then 10. Now object is at C2. तो ऑब्जेक्ट को यहाँ पर रखा आपने को C पर, to perpendicular. Now ray coming from the focus, sorry, parallel to the principal axis, after reflection passes through the focus, and ray coming from optical center emerges out without any deviation, and they meet here. So in this case, image is formed on the C2. So since when object is placed at C2, the image is formed on the C1, or when object is placed at 2F2, the image is formed at the 2F1. This is F2 and this is F1. Since light rays are actually meet here, hence image is real. Image is equal in size, inverted and formed at 2F1 or C1. Okay. Now case number 4. In the case object was at infinite, slowly it comes nearer to the lens and its position become beyond 2F2, then it comes on the F2. Now it will come between 2F2 and F2. Okay, and you can see the size of the image is highly diminished here, and here the size become diminished, and in this diagram the image is of equal size. Now the size of the object will become enlarged. This is the principal axis. री को पहले ऐसे रखा, जैसे कॉनकेव मिरर बनाते वैसे 70 to 70 लाइन खींची. अब उसको इन्वर्टेड ऑर्डर में रखा. जब कॉन्वेक्स लेंस बनाते मिरर बनाते ऐसे रखते हैं. इन दोनों पॉइंट को ज्वाइन किया हमने. दिस पॉइंट इज O. O पर आप 5 सेंटीमीटर रखोगे. यहाँ 0, then 2.5, then 5, then 7.5 and then 10. Now object is between 2F2 and F2, और ऑब्जेक्ट हमेशा इन दो लाइन के बीच में ही बनाना है, इन दो के बीच में ही बनाना है. Now the ray incident parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through focus. After reflection passes through focus. Okay, and the ray coming from optical center emerges out without any deviation. So image is formed here. तो इमेज साइज यहाँ पर डबल हो गया अपने. ओके, एज वाज द केस इन द कॉनकेव मिरर. जब ऑब्जेक्ट को C और F के बिल्कुल बीचों बीच रखते हैं तो डबल साइज की इमेज बनती है. सिंस लाइट इज एक्चुअली मीट हियर, हेंस इमेज फॉर्म्ड इज रियल. इट इज एनलार्ज्ड and formed beyond C2. Okay, this is O, this is F2, this is 2F2, this is F1 and this is 2F1. Now we can see that when object is at infinite, the image is formed at focus. Now when object come nearer to the lens, the image goes away from the lens and image formed between f1 and 2f1. Now when it is at f2, image formed at 2f1, and when it comes between C and f2, the image formed beyond c2. So we conclude that as the object comes nearer to the lens, the image goes away from it and its size gradually increases. Now case number 5. When object is placed at f2 of the convex lens. First of all, make convex lens. These two lines. This is optical center. यहाँ पर 5 होगा आपका 0, 2.5, 5, 7.5 and then 10. Now object is at f2 here. Now the ray incident parallel to principal axis after refraction passes through the focus. This is focus. And ray coming from optical center emerges out without any deviation. And we can see that these two lines are parallel to each other. And parallel rays meet at infinite. So image is formed at infinite, which is real as light rays actually meet there, and image is highly enlarged. Okay. Now case number 6. Now the object will come nearer to the lens. That will the portion of the image will be between O and f2. (70° above to 70° below). Now reverse the D. Overlap 90° line on the principal axis. Now again 70° above to 70° below. This is our optical center. This 5 cm dot इधर है, 0, 2.5, 5, 7.5 and then 10. This is 2f2, f2, O, f1 and 2f1. Now object is between O and f2. So this is our object. The rays coming parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes through focus, and ray coming from optical center emerges out without any deviation. Now you can so see that these two rays are diverging, so they cannot meet in right side, so they will meet in left hand side when we produce these rays in backward direction. इसके बिल्कुल सीधा रहना चाहिए. Now this is a dotted line because light rays are not going in this direction, they appear to be going there. So here light rays appear to meet and image is formed here. When light rays appear to meet, the image formed is virtual. So this is a virtual image and we can see this is enlarged. Okay. So when object is placed between O and f2 is virtual and enlarged images formed. Because of this they are used as magnifying glasses. Okay.
When an object is placed too close to a convex lens, that is between its optical center and focus, its virtual and enlarged image is formed. Hence, convex lenses are used as magnifying glass.
The image formation by concave mirror. There are only two cases like in convex mirror, that is when object is placed at infinite and when object is placed at a finite distance. So to draw a concave mirror, first of all draw principal axis. Put D like this and make a concave mirror. Okay, now in inverted order we make the convex lens like this. Okay, but इसे धीरे धीरे पीछे लाएंगे. ये इतना सा गैप जो आपको दिख रहा है तो वापस 70 to 70 हम यहाँ बनाएंगे. Now this is the concave lens which is curved inward ठीक है, थिकर एट द एजेस एंड थिनर एट द मिडल। इन दो पॉइंट्स को यहाँ मिडल पॉइंट, इन दोनों को ऐसे डॉटेड मिलाएंगे आप। दिस इज द ऑप्टिकल सेंटर 5 सेंटीमीटर, दिस इज 0, 2.5, 7.5 and then 10. This is 2f1, f1, f2 and 2f2. f1 means principal focus and the principal focus of concave mirror is in left hand side. Now object is at infinite, तो ऑब्जेक्ट आप ऐसे रखेंगे यहाँ पर, ये आपका ऑब्जेक्ट है। नाउ द रेज कमिंग फ्रॉम इनफाइनाइट, इससे इनिशियली वो डॉटेड होंगी और देन कंटिन्यूस। अगेन यहाँ पर भी इनिशियली डॉटेड होंगी, देन कंटिन्यूस। And in case of concave mirror, the rays coming parallel to the principal axis after reflection from the lens appears to be diverging from principal focus or the focus on the same side of the object. तो ये डॉट और ये दो डॉट मिलाते हुए सीधी लाइन खींचेंगे, डॉटेड लाइन सीधी। So rays become diverging or they appear to meet at this point, that is at f1. So image is formed at f1 because light rays appear to meet here and the image formed is virtual and highly diminished and position is f1. Okay, and this ray diagram also shows the diverging nature of concave lens. Okay, now case 2, when object is placed at finite distance. First of all, make principal axis, use D, 70 degree above to 70 degree below, and then put T in inverted like this. Okay, this is optical center. At 0, this is 2f1, f1, optical center, f2 and then 2f2. Now object is at finite distance. You can put object anywhere on this end. This point has no significance, like we cannot say beyond 2f1, between 2f1, f1, at f1, between O and this. We can put object anywhere and the case is called at finite distance. So this is our object. The ray incident parallel to the principal axis after refraction appears to be diverging from principal focus or the focus on the same side of the object. So this is dotted line and this is a reflected ray. This is the incident ray and this is a reflected ray, and another ray is passing through optical center and emerge out without any deviation. So this is a reflected ray and this is the incident ray, and these two rays meet at this point. They do not meet here, they appears to meet here, hence image formed is virtual, erect, and we can see the image is formed diminished. Okay, so concave mirror always form virtual, erect and diminished image of the object or wherever the object is placed in front of the lens. Now I will give you the proof of the lens formula. For this we will make the ray diagram in which the object is placed beyond 2f2 and image is formed between f1 and 2f1. Okay, so here AB is the object and A dash B dash is its image. So AB, you can see AB is equal to MO. So AB is equal to MO is equal to HI. Now A dash B dash is the size of the object, it is equal to HI minus, and this is H0, sorry, object height, and this is image height minus PQ because distance is measured in downward direction. Okay, now this distance OB is the distance of object from the optical center, and this is called the object distance. It is minus U because it is measured in left hand side. Now OB dash is distance of the image from the optical center. This is represented by symbol V, and this is plus V because it is measured in the right hand side, and OF1 is the focal length of the lens, and this is plus F because it is measured in the right hand side. And for convex lens, focal length is always positive. Now we will take these two triangles which I am shading. Triangle MOF1 and A-B-F1. In this triangle, these two angles are equal because they are vertically opposite, and this angle are equal because they are 90 degree, and these two triangles are similar to each other. Hence we have triangle MOF1 is similar to triangle A-B-F1. So we have MO upon A-B- is equal to OF1 upon B-F1. Okay. Now MO is equal to H0 and A-B- is minus HI, and OF1 is the focal length, and this B-F1 is equal to OB- minus OF1. Okay, this implies we get HO upon HI minus is equal to F upon OB- is equal to V, and OF1 is equal to F. So this is our relation number 1. Okay. Now consider these two triangles. This triangle ABO, and another triangle is this one A-B-O. Okay. These two triangles are similar because these two angles are equal vertically opposite, and these two angles are equal 90 degree. So we have triangle ABO is similar to triangle A-B-O. This implies AB upon A-B- is equal to OB upon OB'. This implies AB is equal to H0 and A-B- is equal to minus HI. OB is equal to minus U and OB' is equal to plus V. Okay. This implies both of minus minus plus. We will get HI upon H0 is equal to V upon U, and we know that the ratio of size of image to the size of object is equal to magnification. So hence HI upon H0 is equal to V upon U is equal to M. So this is the formula for the magnification of the lens, that is M is equal to V upon U. In case of mirror, magnification is equal to minus V upon U. Okay, so we get a relation H0 upon HI is equal to U upon V. Okay, now this is our relation number 2. Now this is relation number 1, that is minus H0 upon HI is equal to F upon V minus U, and this is relation number 2, which is H0 upon HI is equal to plus U upon V. So by relation 1 and 2 we will have minus U upon V is equal to F upon V minus F. Now by cross multiplication we will have U into V minus F is equal to V into F is equal to minus UV minus into minus plus UF is equal to VF. Now divide the equation by U into V into F. We will have minus UV upon U VF is plus UF upon UVF is equal to VF upon UVF. Then we will have minus 1 upon F plus 1 upon V. U से U cancel, F से F cancel, here U V cancel is equal to V से V cancel, F से cancel 1 upon U. Now 1 upon F इधर जाएगा तो पॉजिटिव होगा और ये इधर आएगा तो माइनस. Then we will have 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V minus 1 upon U. And this is our length formula. Okay.
Now discuss similarity and difference between convex lens and convex mirror. The similarity between these two are in both reflecting or reflecting surfaces are curved outward and focal length of both are positive. We must keep one thing in our mind very clear, that convex means positive focal length. The difference between these two are convex mirror are diverging in nature and form virtual diminished image, whereas convex lens are converging in nature and form virtual enlarged image. Now concave lens versus concave mirror. The similarity is both reflecting and refracting surfaces are curved inward and focal length of both are negative. This means concave means negative focal length and convex means positive focal length. I once again repeat, concave means negative focal length. The difference between these two are concave mirror are converging in nature and form virtual enlarged image, and concave lenses are diverging in nature and form virtual diminished image. Now concave lens versus convex mirror. The similarity is both are diverging in nature and both always form diminished virtual image. And difference between these two are focal length is negative, focal length is positive, reflecting surface curved inward, reflecting surface curved outward. Concave means negative focal length, curved inward, and convex means positive focal length and curved outward. Now convex lens versus concave mirror. The similarity is both are converging in nature. Both form enlarged virtual image when object is placed too close to them. And difference is concave mirror. Focal length is negative and reflecting surface is curved inward, and in convex lens focal length is positive and reflecting surface is curved outward. Now the difference between the real image and the virtual image. The image which can be obtained on the screen is called the real image, whereas the image which cannot be obtained on the screen is called virtual image. Real image is always inverted and virtual image is always erect or upright. The image is found behind the lens and in front of the mirror, whereas the virtual image is found behind the mirror and in front of the lens. Lens की जगह mirror हो गया, mirror की जगह lens. Real image is found where light rays actually meet, and virtual image is found where light rays appear to meet. Replace actually with appear to. That's all for this session. I hope you like the presentation. Thank you very much.